Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Farm Sim 19, Valley, Old Farm, episode number 4. Last time we finished off with a very, very big cultivating task on the whole northern section, the Phase 1 section of the map. And we're wrapping that up. We're just about done. I'm up on Field 3 currently. And if we hop into the main map here for a second. You can see cultivation-wise, we have gone all the way through, and we're down to just the last 2 fields here, so 3 and 1. Dad's still in the large cultivator with the bigger tractor. We have a big tractor, but just not quite the horsepower with the added realism for vehicles mod active. And so we're taking the hilly section here on field number 3 and cleaning that up, getting through all of that. I've been at it for a little while with this smaller cultivator, as it doesn't cover a wide space, but we'll get it done here soon enough. As we already saw a good amount of cultivating in the last episode, we will be using time-lapse here, at least in just a moment. After finishing the cultivation, we'll have to kind of decide what to do. We're into day 2 now, so we are going to need to put away a little bit of money. It turns out that the daily interest is over 8,000, so it's a bit more than what we expected. Calculation done differently than what I thought it was going to be. And so we certainly will need some money, and with seeding coming up as the next task for the fields, we're going to need some additional money for that as well. So we have 18,000. I mean, we can definitely get through a good amount, if not all of the seeding. We could certainly get some of the phases done. So we might kind of jump straight into that task, see how far we get. If we need to stop and get back to work on forestry to make some money, we'll do so. But we've got a whole day ahead of us to seed these fields and do some forestry to put away some additional funds to cover interest and maybe, just maybe, pay a little bit of that loan down here in this early stage of the playthrough. All right, so we're back, and at the shop, we bought a bunch of seed pallets. So we have plenty of seed to get through a very good portion of the fields coming up. We are still in the New Holland for this task, as it's a pretty good amount of horsepower required for these seeders, but actually not as much as you would think would be required for equipment, a piece of equipment this size. It's got a pretty wide work area, which is really nice. And we'll see it in action here pretty soon. Now, unlike the other work we've been doing so far, this phase 1 work is going to be split up among 4 different crop types. So we're going to work wheat, barley, oat, and canola across this northern edge of the map. All early season crops, hence the grouping it together. So this first area is where we were actually just finishing up that 1, 3, 7, and then the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 region. And as the horsepower requirement is a bit less, let's try to come around actually. As the horsepower requirement is a bit less, this should be capable of pulling it no problem, even though this tractor doesn't quite have the horsepower requirement of the other one. Area number 1 is going to be all wheat. And it looks like I'll need to come over a bit. I don't need to put out the arms for guidance, as I think I can figure it out, but I do need to get over to the edge of the field as a start.
This is the one with the double tanks on it?
Yes, yeah, the 2 tan tanks, and equipment itself is green and black. I think this is a John Deere. Is it not? No, Great Plains. There we go. A Great Plains cedar planter with an 18.2 meter width, 5,800 on the tank, 280 horsepower requirement, and it happens to do each and every one of the crop types that we are planning. Hence the reason for having this piece of equipment. So I'm all set to begin with wheat. Oh, there's a little tree there. Little tree. Stay out of my way. It goes through the seed relatively quick, but it's such a wide area. Let's see, 8 or 9 pallets that we got. Might not do all of it, but it'll definitely get us a good chunk of the way. But missing spots doesn't help. It's not easy to turn. It's a very long, it's triangular arm. It's easy to pull, but it's very long, the arm, and then it's got that long, wide, should say, rear end to it. So making a 180 degree turn isn't too bad. Come on, we can pull past this. Oh, we can't. There are wheels involved. Alright folks, well we're just about out of time on this one. The wheat is nearly done. The group fields that I was working on anyway are done, and Dad came over a few minutes later starting on the bigger set of fields, and he's down to the last little area of that as well. So between the two of us, we've just about finished off wheat, which means we move into area number 2 now, where we're going to be putting in barley. The barley, the oats, both of those we'll be doing off camera. We'll probably pick up again somewhere around canola. However, you may have noticed that we have eaten through the funds that we had saved, the 18,000, which got us only 9 pallets of seed. And with just 9 pallets of seed, well, it's gone. I wasn't completely full. Dad wasn't full either. Boy, up the hill I'm sliding a little bit. This is the steepest hill, at least in the northern region. I still can't get around it. In fact, now I'm worse placed than I was. I think what I need to do is just prepare myself for the downhill swing. Go this way. There we go. Around the tree. Doesn't help to go through the tree. So, it's going to require forestry. We're going to have to spend a lot of time on forestry once again in order to purchase the rest of the seed. And of course, we've got to come up with $8,000 as well. But as it's only 10 a.m., we're in pretty good shape on time. We've got a lot of day still ahead of us. I think within this day frame, before we get to night, we should be able to make enough money through forestry, and then to buy the seed we need, to come up with the 8,000 we need. We should be able to do all of that within today's time frame. So hopefully we can get it all done this north area today. But I'll see you for the next one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one, be safe, and bye for now.